Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving some book recommendations. I'd like to start doing some more podcasts surrounding writing, so about novels, poetry, short stories, essays, and anything of that nature because I really enjoy reading for enjoyment and also writing. This might sound kind of crazy to some people, but I actually really like writing essays, especially when they're focused on the analysis of books, so that even means if I'm writing a paper for class, I most of the time find that pretty interesting if I like the book. So from now on, I should be incorporating some podcasts on my own work as well as some pieces that I've read and been drawn to in the past. This being said, let's get into today's podcast. The first book that I would like to recommend for y'all today is called Looking for Alaska by John Green. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with John Green, either because you read his wildly popular book or heard of this book called The Fault in Our Stars, or because he is the star of YouTube's informational crash course videos. Looking for Alaska follows the novel's main character and narrator, Miles Halter, or Pudge, to boarding school where he goes to seek the great perhaps, the famous last words of a French Renaissance writer. The book is definitely considered to be a coming-of-age novel and touches on prevalent themes such as the meaning of life, grief, hope for the future, and relationships during youth. Looking for Alaska is honestly something that I would recommend to preteens and young adults, even though it's technically characterized as a young adult fiction book, because I think that those other age groups would also find this book relatable and interesting. If Looking for Alaska doesn't seem like a book that you would personally enjoy, then I urge you to look into some of Green's other books, such as Paper Towns, which is another one of my absolute favorites, An Abundance of Catherines, Turtles All the Way Down, or Will Grayson. Next, I would like to recommend Lang Leave's Sea of Strangers, a book of poetry and prose. Leave is an international best-selling author, and her other famous work titled Sad Girls continues to top bestseller charts worldwide. Her book, Sea of Strangers, has poems that surround themes such as grief, relationships and love, appearance versus reality, and self-discovery. I really appreciate how introspective her work is because it makes her pieces really raw and authentic, which in turn allows readers to connect with her words on a deeper level, or at least I feel that way. And this book is definitely an acquired taste because not everyone loves poetry or prose, and I definitely understand that, but I would definitely give it a try if you're open to it. Lastly, I would like to recommend a book called Call Me By Your Name, published in 2007 by Italian author Andrea Aciman. And you may or may not be familiar with this book because of the 2017 romance drama movie adaptation directed by Luca Guadagnino. I could be completely butchering that, sorry. He's also Italian, which has recently gained a ton of praise from teenage audiences. The book is centered on a blooming romantic relationship between a 17-year-old boy named Elio and a 24-year-old American student named Oliver. The book explores how their relationship comes to be in 1980s Italy while Oliver stays at Elio's home while learning and earning his doctoral degree in Europe. I know I should definitely sit here and say that the book is so much better than the movie adaptation, but in all honesty, both pieces are exceptional, and I would definitely recommend both to pretty much any audience. My favorite actor and pretty much favorite person of all time, French-American actor Timothée Chalamet plays Elio, and American actor Armie Hammer plays Oliver, and they both fit their roles absolutely perfectly. I just have to add, I'm definitely not a film critic, but if my opinion means absolutely anything to you, that's what I have to say about it. And I also want to add that Aciman released a sequel to Call Me By Your Name called Find Me, and it has recently been announced that this too will be made into a movie. It is also confirmed that Timothée Chalamet will once again play Elio and Armie Hammer will play Oliver, which is really, really exciting. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed, and make sure to comment down below if you have read any of these books or watched either of the movies mentioned. Also, make sure to let me know whether or not you like the books and movies I have recommended if you watch them sometime in the near future. Make sure to stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.